January 18th, 2025. My first day in the US. I'd been looking forward to this day for so long. Years of dreaming about studying in an Ivy League school. And finally, that day was here. I landed in New York City, saw the view from the plane window, and I immediately fell in love. I couldn't wait to start this new chapter. I get to immigration, and the officer asks me, "What are you doing in the US?" I reply, "I'm here on exchange at Cornell University." He stamps my passport and lets me go. I take the train to downtown New York, and as soon as I leave the station and start walking to my friend's house, I realize one thing. I left my backpack on the train. I immediately run back with all my luggage and ask the officers on the platform, but the train's gone. I start panicking. This bag has my passport, $1,000 in cash, my laptop, my camera, basically all of my valuables. While I'm panicking, a guy comes up to me to help. I ask if he works there, and he says, "Yes, I can help you." He takes me to the police desk and helps me file a complaint. But then, he starts asking me for money. He says he needs a ticket to Miami for a party. Turns out, he was a homeless drug dealer, sleeping in the train station. But he was wearing a full suit. After arguing for half an hour, I finally bought him a sandwich and made my way to my friend's house. Primera landé at 8 p.m., and it was now almost 3 a.m. I got maybe 2 hours of sleep and headed back to the train station the next morning. And there it was, my backpack, waiting for me in the lost and found. Everything was inside, just the way I left it. That was my first day in the US. The next 4 months weren't nearly as chaotic, but there were ups and downs, and if I had to do it all over again, I'd do a few things differently. I did my undergrad in India, and trust me, those were the easiest 3 years of my life. I did a BBA, which is a very easy degree, and I had fun every single day. I never studied, hardly did assignments, and since I was on the college football team, I got away with it. In India, professors make it seem like it's going to be really hard, but it's not like that at all. I'd study a day or two before exams and pass. It's extremely different in the US. College here feels chill. There are fewer classes. You can call professors by their first names, and people eat during lectures. But don't get fooled. The amount of self-study, readings, and group projects will hit you like a truck if you're not ready. There are assignments due every single week, so you always have to be on top of your work. You're also graded on class participation, so you have to be switched on. Plus, there are so many opportunities to upskill outside of class. To make the most of it, you have to work hard. Let's be real. We come from a culture obsessed with marks and technical knowledge. But in US, especially in an MBA, what truly sets people apart is how they communicate. It's not just about being smart. It's about how clearly you present your ideas and how confidently you speak up. I used to be the quiet person in class, only speaking when I had something extraordinary to say. But in DOS, if you don't speak up, people assume you have nothing to say. Communication is a skill you can develop. Aryal Aisor explained it perfectly. In India, the responsibility of communication is on the listener. If someone doesn't understand you, you think they're not smart enough. But in the West, it's the opposite. If someone doesn't understand you, it's your fault for not explaining it clearly. This mindset shift changed everything for me. Everyone talks about getting into a top school, but where your school is located matters so much. A finance student in New York City will have very different opportunities than one in a small town. A tech student in California will have access to events and founders every week. Being in the right place at the right time is important. And while you can't choose the time, you can choose the place. Even beyond academics, the culture, people, food, and weather are so important. Some cities cost $1,000 a month to live in. Others, 3 or 4 times. Some places have nothing to do after 5 p.m. Others are open 24/7. And the weather. I spent 4 months in the US, and 3 were in peak winter. We're talking minus 20 degrees Celsius. It's so cold you barely go out or attend events. Your whole life depends on where you live. Another thing I noticed is how different social culture is. In India, friendships are effortless. You sit next to someone, complain about a teacher, and suddenly you're best friends. In the US, it's easy to meet people, but turning that into actual friendship takes work. People's schedules are packed, and you need to make a real effort to follow up. Joining clubs, sports, and common activities is the best way to build those connections. If I knew all this before going to the US, my time there would have been a lot better. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if you want to know the differences in student life between the US, Europe, and India, watch this video and make sure to subscribe. I'll keep helping you make the right decisions for your career.